Good morning, everyone, and welcome to back to another inspiring live chat. Today, we are joined by a truly remarkable guest, Mrs. Yumna Khan. She is the Mrs. Royal International Public Choice and second runner-up, as well as the Philanthropist of 2023, celebrated for her passion, grace, and dedication to uplifting others. In this conversation, we'll explore her journey through pageantry, her commitment to community empowerment, and the heart behind her mission to make a lasting difference. How are you, Yumna?
I'm fine, thank you. And yourself?
Uh, I'm lovely, and I'm glad we are finally on. And yeah, my opening question to you is congratulations on your titles. What emotions did you experience when you were announced as Mrs. Royal International Public Choice and second runner-up?
Uh, it was, I didn't expect it. I was in a competition with ladies that had won pageants before, that were models. And when my name was announced, it was like unbelievable. I couldn't believe it at that moment. My children were screaming, my grandchildren were screaming. Um, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's God's plan. Whatever it was, world for me that came to me. So it was amazing. It was truly an overwhelming feeling, and I'm grateful that I made it and I'm out there.
Yeah. All right. Many people see the glamorous side of pageantry, but what were some behind-the-scenes challenges you had to overcome during your journey?
I this was something extremely new to me. I never entered a pageant before. I never modeled or walked the ramp, so it was tough. I had to learn to walk in heels. When I walked into
Hmm.
that room, I wanted to walk out because I said, "Oh my God, what did I get myself into?" But then I'm never somebody that would just quit. I fight right to the end. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do this. I will see how far I can go. And if just by even making it in as a semi-finalist, if that was all I made it into, that was more than enough for me. So yeah, there was a lot of challenges which I never knew about that I had to go through, but I made it. I managed to overcome all those challenges.
You were recognized as Philanthropist of 2023. What sparked your passion for giving back, and how did that journey begin?
One thing I want to elaborate on, when I work a full time job, I come home, I sit at home, I go through the same old routine. But had I not entered this pageant, I would have never come face to face with victims of gender based violence. For me, that was the moment I decided, no matter the outcome of this pageant, I would continue to support victims of gender based violence. It is a terrible situation out there. It is still ongoing, but we can try to help some. I can't help the whole world, but I
Hmm.
can help some people to make a difference in their lives.
In a world where community needs are constantly evolving, what causes are closest to your heart right now?
Right now, it's to uplift and empower women and children. I want to educate them that education is so important. Uh, Hygiene is so important. They are so deprived of so many things that sometimes girls do not even go to school during their menstruation. There's no assistance. It's very, very difficult out there. So we are trying our best to help girls, young girls, to empower them, to uplift them, to educate them, and to make sure that they get out there and they make something out of their lives. You have to be educated to be financially dependent on yourself and not on anybody else.
Pageantry often shapes confidence and leadership. How has competing influenced your personal growth and identity?
No, I wasn't a public figure. I don't like to be in the public eye. I'd like to sit in the background. I've been always doing things, but in the background.
Mhm.
But this time I had to be in the limelight, and I had to become a speaker, which I wasn't. I had to speak in front of a crowd in a hall, a full packed place. And, the first time I did it, I was actually shaking, but I managed to do it. And I was put on the spot and we didn't know, and I had no speech, nothing planned, but I did it. And I spoke, and whatever I spoke, I spoke from my heart. And eventually I have become more confident that I can speak in public places. I go to schools, I go to events, I speak about gender-based violence. So it has given me so much of confidence that I know, yes, I am there, I can do it. So that was one of the things that for me, it was a bonus that what, it's given me that confidence to go out there and speak and not shy away from the camera or the mic or anything like that.
All right. All right. With so many responsibilities, personal, professional, and philanthropic, how do you balance them without compromising your well-being?
You know, well, I don't know if you know this, but I lost my son who was 19 years
Oh,
old. So yeah, I lost a young child, and since then I started actually, to overcome my grief. I worked more. I kept myself occupied, and then eventually a woman started approaching me that had gone through the same thing. And whenever I walked into a place and somebody had lost a child, they would cling onto me because they knew what I was going through, and I knew exactly what they were going through. So I started motivating women. I keep myself occupied. I run a home industry as well. So I work a job from 8 to 5, and after hours, I do my home industry. So that has been going on for many years. I've been doing that for like over maybe 30 years now. I've been doing my home industry. So I've been used to working this way. So even now, if I am at work after hours, I'm out in orphanages, I'm out in safe houses. I come home. Everything I work in my routine. I have my set routine. So for me, I think if I don't do anything and if I sit down, uh, I start thinking
mhm.
things because I mean, if you're sitting idle, thoughts go through your mind. So I feel sick sometimes, or if I'm feeling down, I'm out there, somebody invites me and I'm gone. While I'm there, I forgot for a moment what I was feeling or how I was feeling. So I feel it's better to go out and mingle with people or do something constructive than sitting at home idle. So I'm the person that's always on the move. That's how I am. That's the way I am. So I feel that keeps me uh, motivated, that keeps me going, and I don't compromise on anything. I feel I'm okay. As I am, I'm well. Thank you. That's how it
Yeah.
is.
Who are the people or mentors who played a significant role in shaping your journey?
Well, actually, to I didn't really have a mentor. I got married when I was very young,
Mhm.
but seeing my mom, who became a widow at the age of 40, and how she persevered and brought my siblings up. I was already married. At that time, my mom was only 40. I got married at a very young age. And seeing her and how she persevered and how she made means to get things going. And up till today, she does that. My mom doesn't have a maid. She never kept a maid. She does everything on her own. I look up to her and I think, she had the sheer courage and determination in this world to go on without a husband, without any financial backing, and she did it. And I mean, she's brought up three kids. Basically, I wasn't there for a long time, but I'm proud of the way she's handled things and doing it up till today. Today she's 74, and she still
Wow.
doesn't keep a maid. So my mom is my inspiration.
Many young women look up to you for guidance. What advice would you give to those who want to make a meaningful impact in their communities?
All I would like to say to girls, if they're looking up to me, um, do what you want to do, follow your dreams. Do not let anybody put a dampen on whatever you want to do. Be determined, have the willpower, and go out there and you can conquer. There's nothing that's impossible.
Wow. All right. Can you share a memorable moment from your philanthropic work that deeply touched you or changed your perspective?
There was an incident where, actually, there's two, where a woman was going through gender based violence, and somebody came up to me and told me the situation. And what was happening then was, she had a little child, and whenever she went to sleep, her husband would put on a grinder that you used to cut steel and throw it on the bed. So it was sheer torture for her. I don't understand how, sometimes we are to blame in our society because we don't want to accept that our daughters are going through gender-based violence or any problems in their homes, and we ask them to stay, have patience, have that sabr, stay at home, and things will come right. We don't want to take them back home. But I think now slowly that mindset is changing, whereby people are accepting their daughters back home. But there is still that few out there that are letting them suffer. Why would we as parents want our children to go through torture and abuse? Is that what they deserve? I think everybody deserves to live a life of happiness and peace, and not to go through all this, trauma, torture, abuse. It's really, really a terrible situation. And we that love our children so much, why would we want to put them through that? It's not a shame. It's not nothing wrong to accept your children back home, accept your daughter back home. Uh, why? I think, to a large point, drugs, alcohol, this is all that adds up to gender based violence. It leads up to this. So, this is also a big problem in our society at the moment. The second thing is, there was a lady, she doesn't have money to buy school shoes for her child. And the child didn't want to go to school. And, she came to me and she said she doesn't have school shoes. And I said, okay, let me see what I can do. And one of my colleagues donated a brand new pair of shoes. And when I gave it to her, she actually fell to my feet. And I couldn't take that, because imagine what they were going through, that she had to fall to my feet for a pair of shoes in gratitude. So our children are so spoiled that even if something's wrong with their shoe, they won't want to wear it again. They want a new pair of shoes. But there's people that are struggling that don't even have that extra pair of shoe. So we have to be so thankful and grateful for all that we have in our lives. People are going through some terrible things, and I see it. I see it because I walk my talk. I'm in informal settlements. I go to shelters. I go to madrasas. I go everywhere, and I'm seeing it for myself. I walk my talk. I don't ask people to go and check. I go myself and I do it myself. And there's days and days I go into the informal settlements on my own, because I don't have that fear to say, you know what, they're going to kill me or somebody's going to rob me or whatever. I just have the faith that God put me on this path, so I will walk it, and I don't fear walking there. I think by now most of them know me, so I just go in on my own.
All right. Before I get to my final question, okay, there's a comment question here for you already. This is from Jitin Reshika. Dear Yumna, you are beautiful. Being a philanthropist and a community service provider, what are the common issues or problems people are facing?
Thank you so much for the compliment and for the question. People are now facing poverty. It's really difficult in the situation and the economy that we're going through now. The economy is down. So people are going through a lot of challenges, not only in the informal settlements, but in our community, where they can't make ends meet. So this is a challenge at this point of time. And I think we as neighbors or as friends or as family should support our family, because they say charity begins at home. We should see to our families first before we go out there. But today that's not the case. Nobody cares about family. It's a sad reality that everybody's out there for their own selves. They don't care what their brothers or their sisters or their cousins are going through. We want to show people that we are doing things for the community, but we're not assisting family. So in this time, it's a good thing that if we can get together, assist some of our families or communities, even our neighbors. Neighbors are first. see if they are comfortable, if they have enough food, or if they're going through any challenges, we must be there to assist them. That's all I can say, because I know people are facing a lot of challenges at this point of time. People are actually asking, if you get something, can you please give us some? And I don't mind doing that, because that's what I'm here for, is to assist people. We're not here to put anybody down or laugh at them or laugh at the situation. We are here to help and motivate people. Times are so tough. People are going through a lot, and there's a lot of things going on. People actually are committing suicide because they can't make ends meet. So we have to be there as a community. We have to have that heart to help people.
All right. My final question to you is looking ahead, what is your vision for the future, both in your humanitarian efforts and personal ambitions?
For now, I'm trying to push my foundation, Just Being Human. It's a tough one, because I feel nobody wants to support a woman-owned foundation. I've seen instances where you would rather support an organization that's run by, I'm just saying that, 10 rich men, than supporting a woman-backed foundation. So it's hard for me at this point of time to get funds. It's a struggle, but I am persevering, and I know I can do it. In January, I went to India, and I was so fortunate that I could do charity there. I could support the homeless. I walked the streets. I went to hospitals, and I supported cancer patients. And I'm hoping to do it again in December, uh, to support cancer patients. Their situation is absolutely devastating. If you look at what they're going through, it's really, really bad. There's people that come from villages that are living on the streets or on the pavements outside the Tata hospital, because they do not have funds to look for accommodation or pay for accommodation. They live there with those tubes and stuff and going for treatment every day. There's small kids living there. There's old people living on the streets. So some days, if people give them food, they have food. If the next day nobody gives them food, there's no food. So I wish, I could help everybody, but I have vision. I know I'm going to persevere. I know I'm going to do it. And one day my foundation will be out there that I can help go out like the big foundations and help humanitarian crises everywhere. But for now, I'm focusing on my local charity in the informal settlements in the broader prospect in South Africa, in Johannesburg, and then I'm going to do it in Mumbai, and wherever I go in India. I'm going to walk my talk and do it again on the streets and assist cancer patients. That's also close to my heart, because I lost my dad to cancer. So that's something that I also want to do. That's one of my visions, that I also want to broaden and widen my organization to assist not only the orphanages and the underprivileged, but also cancer patients.
Wow. All I got to say, thanks so much for your time, and look forward to hopefully catching up with you again in the future, and best of luck.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And thank you for everybody who is watching. And one last word I would like to say is just support any charities. Go out there, go out to orphanages, go and do your part. Every little counts, and what you give, you will receive. So I always believe I'm serving for the pleasure of the Almighty, not for fame or name, but I'm doing it just purely for the sake of humanity. Let's stand together, because all lives matter. Doesn't matter what race, what culture, whatever we are, all lives matter. So we support all nations. So let's come together and, do our bit for the community, for the underprivileged, for the girl child, whatever we can. God will bless each and every one of us.
Thank you.